All right, good Shabbos. Good Shabbos, everyone. We are in the midst of Joseph's story. Joseph interprets Pharaoh's dreams. He's been elevated and is in the process of managing 7 years of famine after the 7 years of plenty for the entire region, right? Not just Egypt. Meanwhile, Jacob, not doing so good. When his sons return from Egypt with food, he knows that they aren't going to starve, but the food delivery is offset by the news that Shimon is in jail and they won't be able to get more food unless Benjamin goes down to Egypt. Jacob's response: "You have left me bereft," he says to his sons. "Joseph is no more, and Shimon is no more. And now you would take away Benjamin? All these things have befallen me." Now, when Reuven tries to convince his father to let Benjamin go down with him, Jacob responds back, "My son shall not go down with you. His brother is dead and he alone remains." After years and years, Jacob has never gotten over the loss of Joseph. He is still grieving, and he's also still playing favorites. The Torah, a woman's commentary, points out that Jacob, in explaining that Benjamin alone remains, again denies an emotional connection with 10 of his sons. He remains oblivious to the pain and the alienation such favoritism causes. From this passage, it's clear that Jacob needs help to deal with the loss he's experienced and the challenges that he's created for himself within his family. It's not always fair to place a 21st century perspective on a biblical text. But in this instance, if a good therapist would have been available, I'm comfortable arguing that it would have been a benefit to Jacob and his family. Then again, I'm comfortable arguing that anyone who is struggling to cope with either traumatic episodes or the normal ups and downs of life would benefit from a good therapist. And right now, that would include most of us. Some people are doing all right, but more and more people are experiencing Zoom fatigue. More people are getting frustrated with restrictions due to the pandemic. More people just want to be with other people. And more people are struggling with mental health issues. This pandemic has been hard, and it's not over yet. So I want to stress that even though some people are starting to receive the vaccine, that we still need to use caution and follow the recommendations to wear masks and stay physically distant from one another. And in addition to caring for our physical health, I want to encourage all of us to get a mental health checkup. We get physicals each year. At least we're supposed to. Hopefully you all do. I try. In the same way, we should reach out to a therapist to get the equivalent of a mental health physical. Take 3 or 4 sessions with a therapist that you can work with, to give you the time to focus on you and assess how you're doing. Yes, it may take a few attempts to find the right therapist. And yet we should appreciate that this kind of checkup is just as important for us as a physical. And it's good for every member of our household. If you don't know where to start, I encourage you to reach out to Dr. Robbie Kinney at Jewish Family Services in Colleyville. He is an incredible resource for our community. He operates on a sliding scale, and he can make recommendations if he's not the right person for you. His office is in Colleyville intentionally so that he can help to meet the mental health needs of our congregation. And if you're having more severe difficulties with depression, if anyone, you or anyone you know or might even suspect, is having thoughts about suicide, Please don't hesitate to call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-8255. Fortunately, we have resources available to us that our biblical ancestors never had. We just need to utilize them. Don't wait. Get a mental health checkup within the next few weeks. Take care of yourself. Each of us deserve that. Shabbat Shalom.